Hello and welcome to the Can I Say Something podcast, the only podcast hosted by three white dudes, the only podcast where three white dudes sit around and talk about video games and movies and music. And I am here in studio for the first time in several weeks. The man, the myth, the legend.
It's your boy!
Bow, pow, 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 pow. The Italian stallion, Dion.
I don't have any Italian in me.
Do you want some?
I think that's true.
Do you want some Italian in you?
Oh,
I'm gonna
that's
give
for
you
after dark, buddy. Keep it in your pants.
Also returning to the podcast after a week-long absence, Andy, how are you? That's good to hear.
I'm
Correct.
You're good.
I'm
Huh?
here.
Come on, man. I was listening to the episode where you were on, and I was like, how are you, Andy? And you were like, yeah, I'm fine.
Well, you did just cut his intro off. Try it again.
And I'm here also with, returning after a week-long absence, Andy, how are you?
I'm good.
You fucker. Listen.
Hold on. I got you, bud. It's your boy, Andy, up in this bitch.
Later on, we'll actually get into how are you doing, but for the intro, just say I'm good, and then we can move on.
He did say it was good.
After like a pregnant
That's
ass
good.
fucking pause, like a 9th month pause, just get in there. Like I'm good. Okay, let's go and do this thing. Pow.
It says Andy left the
Literally,
chat.
all I said was, I'm good.
Okay,
Did
all
we
right.
do that?
Yes,
Damien's just frustrated at the technical difficulties. He's taking it out on you.
you're a
Well,
little.
wait, though. I'm still in, right?
We'll edit this part out.
Okay, say something, please, Andy, buddy.
Yeah, how's that?
Yes, much better. Are you almost flating the mic?
Inflating.
Almost, and I am not allowed to relax during this podcast. I have
No.
to sit upright.
Yeah, sit upright into the mic, please and thank you. Okay.
You see, Uga's been talking to us. She says your posture sucks. So this is really us doing her a favor.
Yeah.
We won't tell you how much she's paying us.
Okay, so it's going to be a long, involved, bulbous podcast. I watched 3 movies this week and a television show. So what I'm going to do is I saw 3 movies, 1 good, 1 great, 1
I love
meh.
talking to people about movies I haven't seen.
Yeah, it's going to go great. And I'm going to spoil the shit out of them too, so fuck you.
Got all quiet with that. Fuck you.
So, Andy, what do you want to hear first? The good, the bad, or the meh?
Oh, I'll take the meh.
Okay, the meh was Bohemian Rhapsody, starring Rami Malek. I know Carrie doesn't like me talking about Oscar shit anymore, but I felt like I had a duty to see this movie because I shit on him so hard.
That's half of our listenership.
Half of our listeners, what?
It's half of our listenership.
Oh, yeah.
So here's the thing: I shit on him so hard. I feel like I owe him to watch the movie and to give him a nuanced, subtle, review because I watched it and I felt like he was fine. So here we go. That fucking movie sucks.
Counterpoint, it didn't.
You watched it?
Yes, last night.
Okay, so 2 out of 3 of us have seen Bohemian Rhapsody. Andy, have you seen Bohemian Rhapsody?
No, we almost watched it tonight, but I didn't want to pay $6 for it.
Yeah, who would do that except me?
Wasn't there a time you went out to the movies like every week?
Before we had a daughter?
Yeah.
That was like $12 probably for a ticket, right?
Yeah, but now a daughter costs way more than that.
But
True.
like it's $6 for all 3 of you. I assume you're gonna rent it on TV or
Right.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, she's not watching it, so let's not exaggerate this. It's $6 for 2 of us. And
Oh.
yeah, no. Ilgam, okay, I guess we're going off on a tangent here that
Go
Damon
for it.
doesn't sound like he wants to go
No,
on.
go for it. Go into it. I have to pull up my notes.
His eyes are screaming right now.
I have notes I need to bring up. Go ahead. Go on your tangent, please.
No, actually, one that's like, we should just pay $6 for a fucking movie. That's like, we shouldn't spend $6 on a rental movie.
Yes,
First,
true.
In the past few weeks when we realized we're broke.
You're broke.
I mean, yeah.
Did you hear that, Dion?
I heard it.
Yeah, Andy can't hear it. Fuck.
I hear it.
No.
I thought you guys reiterating how I'm broke.
I was trying to have two conversations at once.
Yeah. That's weird, right? I'm playing a knocking sound. There's this prank somebody they play in Twitch people where you play a sound and it's a knocking sound and it sounds very realistic actually, right?
Did you ever see the one with Goku?
No.
Oh my god! Look at Goku knocks. You'll find it.
All right.
But Andy, you're broke. What do you mean you're broke? You're both employed still, right?
We are. Yeah. No, we've been it's a combination of overspending and having expenses just pop up out of the nowhere.
Fences pop up out of nowhere? What?
Expenses.
Oh, expenses.
Expenses. Yeah. Just like fucking I ended up in the emergency room a few months ago. She had to have her surgery. I had to have Jezebel needed a surgery. The cat just needed fucking surgery. We had a baby. That was a big one.
Right.
Bought a house. That was another big one.
Can you hear
Pet
this?
surgery, man.
Expenses.
Can you hear this, Andy? No. No?
No, I can't hear anything except you guys talking over me.
What about
while I'm
this?
trying to have a conversation with you.
Can you hear this?
No.
Okay. All right. Never mind.
Is that whole thing going to be cut out?
No.
No. That's good. It's good stuff.
Okay.
I was talking to you. It was sincere. Okay.
Yeah. I'm concerned about your intestines and your. I'm concerned about your pooping.
You're so concerned about my intestines that you're Ilgum's intestines, not mine.
You're cutting out a lot. Do you have to have? Huh?
Bitch.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah. I can't tell. Well, I can't tell because you said 2 words, but I'll let you know.
Is that better?
Well, yeah.
Is that better?
Yes.
Is that
yes.
better? Is that better?
Yes. We'll cut all
It's
this out.
so good.
I'll cut all this out. I actually did some major editing to some of the podcasts we were on last week.
Cut that out.
That's great.
Leave it in.
The podcast we did last week where I was like, I gotta pee every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I cut out
Yeah.
a lot of that. So yes, I do actually do editing to the show.
I have some more criticism about that podcast for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna say it to hurt you after you shit on Bohemian Rhapsody. That's the whole plan. So it's not from me; it's from Carrie.
Okay. Okay. So Robbie Malek. I have some notes. I'm gonna go down by notes one by one.
Did you call him Robbie Malek?
Yeah, sure. Robbie Malek.
Rami
Rami Malek looks like Rami Malek with a sock in his mouth. This movie looks so fucking cheap because of the hair looks cheap, the wigs looks cheap, the background looks cheap, the sets looks cheap, the extras look cheap. The extras in this movie do not look like people from the 70s. They look like people from the 90s now in get-ups. Like the wigs of the people in the audience are terrible. The wigs, like I understand this is the thing I understand a lot of these arguments I'm going to make are not relevant to most people because most people do not pay attention to this kind of stuff, right?
Carrie paid attention.
Did she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything like our favorite band.
I understand, but here's the thing. Yep. Rami Malek did an impersonation and he did karaoke for 2 hours. That's what the movie was. It was a very quick movie. It moved very quickly. He goes from a poor kid in a house and then he's like, "Hey, I want to join your band," right?
He didn't go from a poor kid. He went from a poor boy.
I knew you were going to do that. Did you guys ever play the Rock Band single player, the campaigns?
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt like that. It was like they went from playing small clubs, small bars to going on the road in their van, and they went from doing that to recording to being on a plane in about half an hour. I needed more like struggling at the beginning. You know what I mean? They sold their van to record an album. The album sold. They got famous. They got really famous. The first album with Killer Queen and Fat Bottom Girls, that was like their first album, one of the first albums, right? So it was like they go from playing clubs to being rock stars in like 20, 30 minutes. I feel like I needed more build up from that, from the point where he's struggling.
Well, there was a year in between that gap.
Okay, yeah,
they did say one year later.
I must have missed that part. There's almost no conflict in this movie at all. Like his father says, like, "You are a disappointment to this family," and blah 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 blah. And he's like, "No, Dad, I'm gonna be a rock star." And then he's a rock star, and his dad loves him. Like
wrong. There was conflict with it. with a dad. He was disappointed that he didn't take the life choices that he wanted for him. Typical type of family like that. Like you're not maximizing your opportunity. You're not helping people.
Yeah.
And everything he did was kind of like, you're not being yourself and kind of who I want you to be or who I know you could be. At the end with the Live Aid thing, like we gave him the hug.
Yeah.
That's what he finally wanted to see. Like, you're finally doing it, dude.
Yeah. I just feel like the father didn't show like a lot of disappointment to him. He didn't communicate his disappointment to him enough. I thought. Also, the thing with his wife was like, she didn't. That's the other thing, was like it was just his story from his point of view. I feel like there wasn't enough seeing his life through other people's eyes. His wife she was upset that he was leaving all the time, but I didn't get that feeling of like, I didn't get the feeling that she knew he was gay. I didn't feel like she had enough, like, there wasn't enough from her saying, you're out all the time, you don't talk to me, blah, blah, blah. I didn't feel like there was enough perspective from other people's.
Well, I mean, it was his story. Without Freddie Mercury, there's no Queen. John Deacon, the bassist,
yes,
he's actually the fourth bassist the Queen had.
Yeah, they didn't go into that very much.
So when you're talking about, well, I mean, the other two were the original ones, obviously, but it's just it was their story. They would still be chilling in like pub bars and stuff, or it's like he said, one would be a dentist and the other one would be whatever. True. Without Freddie Mercury.
Okay,
it was his story.
My other issue with this movie, it is very poorly edited. This is another thing where I feel like people wouldn't notice. I have a scene pulled up here. When they first meet their manager, John Reed, it is one of those poorly edited scenes I've ever seen, because if you look at all the people in this scene, it's one close shot on each person, and if you notice, look, he's not in that scene. I feel like this whole scene, nobody was actually together in this room. Look, single shot, single shot, single shot. Little finger. Single shot. He's talking at him, right? They never show them together. Yep. And they do this a lot with, I feel like Littlefinger was not in any of these scenes. Look at him. Look. See? Single shot. There's no
this doesn't translate well to audio.
I understand. Well, I'm painting you a visual picture. I'm painting you a word picture. They're outside, they're on a deck.
Paint it.
Okay, they're outside on a deck. They're having a meeting with their manager. The camera continually cuts between each person, which means,
look at that cosplay.
Freddie Mercury looks like a gay lizard.
Now see, look, there's one shot. There was one shot of all six of them together. But if you look carefully, like four of them, their backs are turned. They could have been anybody.
Sure.
Look at them. Like back turns, back turn, back turn, back turn.
I mean, it's very clearly not, though.
They're not there, I'm telling you.
And you commented on the hairstyles. They're
that wig is terrible. Look at that wig. That wig is...
The guitarist, his
awful.
Both of those guys
are actually...
That guy, especially with the perm.
They look like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Google them.
Okay.
Exactly the same.
I'm just saying, these are the things that I noticed that most people wouldn't notice. Terrible
I think
wigs,
we need to nitpick. Hey, you want to know something? I don't know if you know that Deacon, the bassist.
Yes.
He's the kid from Jurassic Park.
Yes, I have that right here.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, one of the actors is the kid in Jurassic Park, Joseph Mazzello. Yeah.
Blew my mind.
Me too.
Told me that.
Me too. Yeah, you go.
No, I'll tell you something about that though. I know you're like, oh, it's karaoke, blah blah blah. It was. I actually thought that his performance, like especially with the Live Aid thing, was super on point, and everyone thought that too. Like he studied that shit meticulously, all the things that he did, like the mannerisms, the movements. But I don't think that was even the real strength what he brought to the table. It was about the presence Freddie Mercury could have on a room when he walked into it.
Yeah. Okay.
I know you didn't.
He nailed that.
Yeah, but that's the thing if we're just arguing about, well, my thing, you said he never deserved the Best Actor award.
No,
I think he did, just because of those things. The things you don't really recognize until after the fact, like, or you see the guy come in, and you're like, that's exactly how I pictured Freddie Mercury walking into a room.
Yeah,
you know?
He did a very.
Everyone's like, wow, it's Freddie, and that's the thing. You were saying like Christian Bale, like being Dick Cheney was like, That's not exciting. That's not sexy. Okay, like Freddie Mercury when he comes in, it's like, I like the cut of his jib. This dude likes the party. Dick Cheney, that's boring. Like, okay, maybe he did a great job. Maybe he got fat and smoked a lot of cigars and got his face looking like a leather glove. It was more than just putting wood teeth in.
I understand. There are multiple scenes in this movie that got emotional when he comes out to his wife, when he finally gets accepted by his father, when he's trying to get back into the band after he leaves. Those are really good emotional beats. I just feel like overall he was just mimicking somebody else. And so to compare this to something like A Star Is Born, I feel like looking at somebody else and doing what they did and acting like them, I feel like takes less skill than creating somebody from out of nowhere.
Well, you thought Christian Bale was more deserving, but all he did was mimic Dick Cheney.
So I feel like Ethan Hawke deserved the Oscar most for his performance, then Christian Bale, then Rami Malek. I'm not saying it's a bad performance. I'm just saying it wasn't.
You said it was a bad performance.
I don't think I ever did I?
You said I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. And then, I'm pretty sure you opened up the show. You just said it was terrible.
That's a joke. I said, I'm going to give a nuanced analysis of this movie. This whole movie is terrible. I'm choking on my emotions. We need to get to Mike Myers.
Hold on. One more thing. I did take one gripe with the whole movie, was that he never came out to his band like he did in the show or the movie. That happened after. And actually, it didn't happen until he was pretty much on his deathbed.
Didn't know that.
Yep. And that really bummed me out. But you also got to remember, it's not a documentary. It's a movie based on real events.
I feel like it was a montage of Freddie Mercury's best moments. And to portray... What's up?
Eh?
Can't hear you. You're breaking up. I
hear you all right.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear you. Go ahead.
Caller.
You're live.
Your phone is breaking up. We're going to hang up on you.
Yeah.
I had a live concert on VHS of Queen.
Mm-hmm.
And amazing. Like, I just remember I would watch that shit on repeat when I was like 12 years old.
Right.
Before repeat was even a thing.
Yep.
So it was Rewind.
Yeah. You'd rewind it and rewatch it. And yeah, so I feel like I already know Mercury, and I don't really care about the movie because I saw them live like 150 times.
Yeah. I guess that was sort of my point. We have all those concerts and we have a lot of his life on film already. Why do we need to see it again?
I mean, it's obviously built for a true fan, but you're just talking 2019. Like, this is a guy that was
seen all that stuff yet.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that haven't seen that.
Okay.
And in this era, this generation, this very inspiring or uplifting.
Sure. Okay.
Except for the AIDS part and dying.
Did you know that Mike Myers was in that scene where he says Bohemian Rhapsody will never get played in a car with people headbanging?
Yep.
Oh my fucking God. How many times did he say that? How many times did he say Bohemian Rhapsody will not be a song?
It was heavy-handed.
Holy
like 3
shit.
times he laid some stuff down. Like, this is what teenagers want.
Can he not doing anything but a Scottish accent? Why did he need a Scottish accent?
Fun fact, I didn't recognize him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Carrie's like, who's that? And I'm like, who did I say? John Goodman.
When did you realize who it was?
When she told me.
Oh.
Hey,
I was like, I'm not playing this game.
Who, Mike Myers?
Yeah.
Mike Myers got fat, you said?
Fat and old. Yeah, like John Goodman.
Yeah, that's why I said John Goodman. He kind of did. And then she was like, no, that's not right. Look closely. And I'm like, fat Hugh Jackman.
So I think what you're saying is John Goodman lost weight and Mike Myers gained weight, so they're meeting in the middle. Is what you're saying. Gotcha. Holy shit. All right. Let me see. All right. Yeah, I mean, that's all.
So rate the movie then. What would you say?
It's not a bad. It's a really well-made movie.
1 to 10. You just
5.
said it was a shit movie with the camera cutting. That could have been anyone.
5.
The wig sucked. The everything sucked. I hate the movie.
They tried really hard. Like I said, if Rami Malek got an award for most acting, I would agree with that. But he was not the best actor of 2018. I'm sorry, just not. He acted his balls off. People tried really hard to make a really good movie, and I can see that on in this movie, but it didn't turn. The execution was a C. A for effort, like I said, A for effort, C for execution. So 5. I give the movie a 5. Good try, good effort.
I'd give it an 8.
Okay. Okay.
Pretty high.
5 is pretty mean.
It's average. It's a C.
That is
I give it a
straight up.
C.
That's an F.
How is
I
a
don't think
5
I've
an
ever rated
F?
anything.
Out of a 10,
A
5 is
out of
middle.
10.
The middle of the road.
when you get a 50 in school, that's an F.
Okay, but you asked me like 1 out of 10 is 50%. Yeah. If you're going by grading, then yes.
That's what I do. Yeah.
You get, 1 out of 10 is not the same as 50%.
My wife's a teacher, so
I don't know. All
I'm
right.
just. You give me a 50 at anything, I'm gonna say that was pretty shitty. I failed.
It
I
was
failed
av-
you.
it was-
I'm sorry. I
Okay,
failed
okay, I'm
you.
sorry. Average. So you're saying 8. So you're saying 8. You gave it an 8. So you're
8.
saying
I give it a B.
B. Okay. All right.
You gave it a C.
C. Yes. We'll
So
go
you
with
gave
that.
it a 70.
We'll go with that. Yes. Andy, before I move on to the next thing, do you have anything to bring to the program? Do you want to talk about anything today?
Yeah. I mean, what else have you guys been watching? You watch anything new on Netflix?
Did you watch
or
Russian
whatever?
Doll?
So let's not talk about that.
So you haven't. I think you're breaking a little. Did you say no? Breaking up a little. So
I said no.
No,
And
okay.
I said, let's not talk about that. Because I didn't.
I too have not watched Russian.
okay.
Doll.
Russian Doll. Okay, spoiler-free review. Very good. I like Natasha Lyonne. I feel like she's one of these people that does one thing but does it really well. That whole like rough, cynical New Yorkian with she does that thing with the cigarette where she goes. I love that thing people do with cigarettes where they scratch their face while smoking. You fucking douchebag. Fuck off. You fucking. She does that thing really well. You know that thing.
Okay.
Yeah, she does angry
I kind
very
of know what
well.
you're talking about.
Yeah, she does cynical
I kinda
very
wanna-
well.
I don't know what's next on your list of things that you want to talk about, but things I did watch this week, and it kind of
Go ahead, caller.
topics. Scott Pilgrim.
Versus the World.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
My
I watched
Lady's in that.
finally.
Captain
For
Marvel's
the
in
first
that.
time. Brie Larson, because that's who's on your podcast 10 outline.
Yeah. Oh, you looked at the outline. Holy shit.
I've been looking at the outline, motherfucker. I just don't have anything to fucking say about
I'm
it.
kidding.
Breaking the fourth wall
I'm
here by
kidding.
admitting there's a outline.
We have an outline. We have a
This
script.
is scripted.
We have a
Ah!
theme. We have a theme going. Sorry to
Two
let you know
down.
that.
2 down. We're on number 12 right
Yeah,
now.
yes.
Brie Larson, Scott Pilgrim.
Exactly. Wait. You said 12?
Dying to
oh,
know
oh.
what happens at 14. Hacking a dildo. But let's wait. Let's just wait.
I've read that article. I know all about it.
I'm playing this for Dion if he hasn't seen it. Brie Larson
hold on.
and Scott Pilgrim.
So anyway, we watched Scott Pilgrim this week. Ilgum had seen it already, but she didn't remember it because she was stoned, as you should be for that movie.
She said she was stoned.
Yeah.
Word.
Good for her.
Maybe it was from like 2010.
Oh, I thought you meant recently.
Oh. Okay.
Not recently.
I was
But,
actually more interested. I was gonna say, are you stoning too?
No, not. No, I mean,
Not- no,
We're not gonna get into that.
no.
All right, go ahead, Scott Pilgrim. 2010,
For
stoned.
another-
I'm there with
for
you.
another time. But I have no. I'm not smoking anything. For the record,
So you're inhaling. You're sniffing.
What
Are
the
you
fuck?
vaping?
Let's talk about Scott Pilgrim.
You didn't
about
say no.
it. Oh, you just didn't hear me. What the fuck?
Yeah, we programmed it so every time you say no, it just cuts out.
You have the floor, Andy. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. What did you think?
Oh, I thought it was the best fucking movie I've seen in like 15 years.
Nice.
I thought it was fun.
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
What did you like about it?
I wish I did do drugs because I would want to and watch it again.
Mm.
That movie might make me do drugs. I might do drugs someday, just so I can watch that movie.
Right.
Like you're in rehab and you're like, where did it all start? And you're like, I watched Scott Pilgrim, and I'm like, what can make this movie better? A healthy dose of cocaine.
That sounds bad, but assuming everybody is listening to this podcast has seen the movie, they know what's up.
It is true. Yeah, there's a lot of like in your face kind of stuff.
What did you like? What did you think of the music?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. Everything about that movie.
Really good.
I gotta watch it again.
I like that scene when he's his roommate is telling him, the girl, that he's not there, and he jumps out of the window, like behind him.
You almost made me spit my water. I was just thinking about it.
Yeah, love that scene. Very good movie. Michael,
So over the top.
I feel like Michael Cera, that was his role. He was born to play that role.
Yeah, definitely.
He's that guy in real life, I feel like.
So what did you want to talk about Brie Larson for?
Wait, I've been watching BoJack Horseman.
Go ahead,
Is
caller.
she in BoJack Horseman?
No, as far as I know, no. It's a fun show. I like it. It's funny.
I watched it, so I'm up nightly, every night, because I work overnights. So I watched that, at 3 in the morning. I'm covered in fucking Cheeto dust. I think I had, energy drinks around me. I felt like a disgusting human being. And BoJack is also a disgusting human being. And I was like, I don't want to watch myself. This
show makes me feel bad.
This hits way too close to home. Oh, man. No more.
No, it's the guy that Aaron Paul plays. That's the dude that you would relate.
Oh, the man,
more.
the actual human.
Yeah.
He's
He's more of a slob. BoJack is just an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Has been.
Yeah.
You're kind of like the dude that crashes on his couch.
Exactly.
Who actually had the Cheeto dust on him and stuff like that. He made the rock opera. I'm on the rock opera one.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I just started.
Not to go off on a tangent, but
season 3.
we listened to Why I Hate This Album, and he was talking about that rock opera he wrote based on Neil Young's album.
And then they mentioned horses.
And they mentioned horses. Wow.
I think they had just watched BoJack.
It all connects, man.
I'm on to you, Garrett.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm not done with this topic.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, caller.
There's another show on
Yes.
Netflix right now.
Go ahead.
Have you watched Big Mouth?
Nope.
It was either between BoJack or Big Mouth. That was the series I was going to start up. I chose
You
BoJack.
should start Big Mouth.
Okay.
Did Joe put you up to that? I feel like Joe
okay.
told me to watch it too.
Joe did. He
Yeah.
did.
Okay.
And I watched the first couple episodes a while back, and I was like, "This is just weird."
Mm.
And then I watched it again just because I had time to kill, and it was fucking hilarious. It's Nick Kroll, John Mulaney, a lot of surprisingly, I don't know if they're actually famous or if they're D-list and I just know them.
They're like
You know,
Comedy Central,
Regulars.
like straight to video
I'm
actors.
pretty sure Rafi is from it.
Jason
is in the show.
Mantzoukas is an amazing actor, and I hate you for even mentioning his possibility of being in a D-list. He's amazing.
He's in a bunch of stuff.
He is. He's a lot of things.
I watched A Good Place. He's in that.
You watched A Good Place?
Yeah.
I've seen A Good Place.
That's funny.
What season are you up to?
I finished it.
You fucker. I haven't seen season 3.
Oh, well,
Who's
he's
in
in
that show?
season 3.
Well, he's in season 2 as well.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Right?
Is season
No,
3
he's
out?
not about-
Season 3 is not out.
I started
Not
the
on
conversation
Netflix.
and now I'm in the dark.
Oh.
He was the robot's robot, right?
Yeah. Spoiler.
Yeah, Big Mouth sounds like something I would get into. I like John Mulaney is hilarious, and Nick Kroll is hilarious as well.
Really good.
Nick Kroll's
I
hit or miss
actually-
with me.
Nick Kroll. Like I liked him in The League,
Yep.
Yeah.
but outside of that, I really haven't liked him until this show.
You never
Yeah.
watched his show, the Nick Kroll show?
That was what turned me off.
I didn't like it.
Hated it.
exactly.
Interesting.
I hated it, and I think that's what turned me off on Big Mouth when I first started it. Is the last thing I'd watch with Nick Kroll was the Nick Kroll show.
Right.
So I didn't like this one at first, but after giving it some time, Big Mouth is really good.
Nice. Technical stuff here. I'm turning you up a little
I
bit.
don't think you ever actually said why you
Much
have
better.
Brie Larson / Scott Pilgrim on this list.
Brie Larson is in
No,
the biggest
Brie
movie
Larson.
in the world right now, Captain Marvel.
Yeah. It's probably
Oh.
relating to Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I saw Captain Marvel last night. Are you done with your big mouth?
Go
Big
on.
mouth?
Yeah. Oh, I'm done.
Okay. I saw Captain Marvel last night. Spoilers, I came multiple times.
It's not a spoiler. It's just
Neither
fact.
beer.
Just a fact. Just every day is calm day for me. Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel, as a fan of the MCU, as somebody who is waiting desperately, just waiting for Endgame to come. I felt like this was,
What's that word again?
What's that?
Come.
This feels like, in Final Fantasy or any RPG where you're at the room before the boss or something. You're at the quest before the boss, and you need to get like the ultimate weapon or the limit break or the character, the best character in the game, right?
There's always before the boss,
or you're
at the save point.
You have that moment where you go to the side quest, like in Final Fantasy VIII. There was what do you call it? The thing you summon, the big guy,
Guardian Force.
No, the
Griever.
Huh? The big guy that does like 1 million damage if you build him up. What was the guy's name in 8? The summon.
Arc.
No.
8? No, 8.
Summit.
Huh? Not Bahamut. Well, Bahamut was one of them, but what was the guy who does like 10 damage at first, but then as you use him, as he gains experience, he does like 1 million per hit?
Summon in Final Fantasy VIII?
That's not
Yes.
8. He's got it wrong.
No, there was one
That's not it.
that comes out of the outer space, and then he comes in and does like 1 million damage. That wasn't Bahamut. It was something else.
Eden. I said Eden.
Eden. Okay, sorry, you're breaking up. Eden.
I said that like 6 fucking times. Jesus Christ.
You're breaking up a lot.
Eden could break the damage cap.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyways, Captain Marvel is like that. She is that character. She is the most powerful character in the MCU. So it's like, I'm just waiting for her to fuck up Thanos. I sort of care about her movie, but I care more about what she's going to do in the next movie. So this movie was... What?
It's almost kind of a bug, isn't it? Like, what is the Marvel Comics universe hero? Like, give me a fucking break. I don't know anything about Captain Marvel or the comic books, and I don't give a shit. But Captain Marvel is a stupid fucking name for a hero.
It's like up there with Superman.
Yes, she's basically the Superman of the MCU.
It's worse than Superman because Superman wasn't the main, like, the hero for
What?
super comics.
I mean, he kind of was.
Oh, you mean like Super DC Man, that kind of thing.
Right. If he was DC
You're
Man,
saying
it would
Captain
be fucking
Marvel
stupid.
and
Yeah.
Marvel
Okay.
Superman.
So there was
give me a
there was a copyright.
Maybe 60 years ago, it probably wasn't a big deal because everybody didn't know the name of Marvel Comics. They were just reading comics. The Marvel Comics universe. And Captain Marvel is a stupid ass fucking name.
Okay, allow me to explain.
60 years ago, he was a dude too.
He was. Well, no, that's the thing. Captain Marvel was from DC, and they took that name. It was copyright. It was a copyright issue where they couldn't call her Marvel, or something. But yeah, she's
DC tried to use Captain Marvel.
Marvel tried to use. Okay, hold on. It's complicated, but yeah, it was a copyright issue, something. But Captain Marvel, yeah. No, it's complicated, but it was a good movie. I liked her. Brie Larson was very good in this movie. She's my boo. She's my boo. She's very funny, actually. She's in this movie with Sam Jackson. Her and Sam Jackson have really good chemistry in this movie. Like, I think they like each other in real life. I saw them at some conference, some press conference, and they were like they looked like they were having fun together. So you could definitely see that on the screen. It was sort of, I feel like Marvel movies live and die based on their villain. If their villain is good, then the movie's probably going to be good. And this movie did not have a very good villain. It wasn't. They weren't on the same level, same power level as Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel from the beginning seemed untouchable. And I feel like that is this thing they're doing, is they're building up this character who seems super, super, super powerful. And you have Thanos on the other side where you're like, Thanos fucking wiped out everybody and he destroyed the Avengers in the last movie. So
50%.
now, huh?
50%.
He destroyed 50% of the world and 50% of the Avengers. So now you have Captain Marvel versus the most powerful hero versus the most powerful villain facing off in the next movie.
Isn't that just...
Can I just...
Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, I haven't read any of the comics.
I haven't either.
That's a lie.
Okay.
So,
if you say so.
I mean, Thanos killing 50% of everybody.
Yes.
Is he the bad guy?
Is he the bad guy? That's a good question. Philosophical question.
I know, right? I sort of agreed with his methods.
You could see in his eye
Yes.
that what he thought he was doing was the right thing.
See, that's what makes a compelling villain is they have this motive that you're like, I can see what you're thinking. I can see your thought process of why you would want to do what you're doing. Still fucked up, but I understand your motive. Here's the thing. He killed half of the living creatures in the world, or in the universe, right? So he killed...
And let's be real, though. Like, as opposed to the current track we're on, like, we're all going to die.
The difference with what Thanos did that made it seem okay was that it was merciful.
Yes.
It was blinked out of existence.
Yes.
Because the only thing that separates Thanos from
Hitler? Go ahead.
Is that one vaporized and the other took some terrible methods.
Yeah, sure. Obviously, their techniques were a little different, but I feel like doing it to save the planet.
Well, yeah.
The universe.
Hyperbole.
Here's
or the universe. Thanos came to, and many other planets, to weren't willing to do, which is ultimately what, at this rate, climate change is going to do for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Percent of us don't die like now.
Yep.
We're all gonna die.
Not even climate change. Overpopulation. Like, it's not sustainable.
Starvation.
No.
Yeah.
Can I just say one thing real quick? He snuffed out half the life in the universe. Half of the organic living creatures in the universe died, correct? Not just people.
Sure.
No, Earth. He does it on a planet-to-planet basis.
No, he did the entire universe.
No.
Yes.
I guess he...
Yes. That was his whole...
Right.
That was the
it's
whole
only
reason.
relevant because it's happening on Earth.
Yes. So, okay, all of life, all of the carbon-based life forms died, right? People plus cats, dogs, horses, chickens, right?
Animals, yes.
Animals. So his whole idea was the things that we can't keep consuming at the rate we're consuming. Keep stumbling over consuming. So let's say you and I, all three of us, right, eat 3 chickens a day, right?
Yeah.
So if
Nobody eats that many chickens.
Okay.
There's a lot of chicken.
We eat 3 chickens a day, correct? Yeah. If one of us dies, but also one chicken dies, that doesn't increase your guys' chicken quantities, right? One person died, one chicken died. You killed the consumer.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you could kill the consumer, but also the thing he's consuming. You didn't increase the amount of food available for everyone. You just halved the shit that they eat too. Let's say there are 100 people and 100 cows. You killed 50 people and 50 cows. You didn't increase people's food supply.
Switch your focus from ability to climate change, though, and 50% of just about everything, at least here on Earth. Cows are contributing to climate change just by shitting.
True.
Well, 50% of everything's gone, but you got to look at it like that's 50% more that can be created again. You know, that 50%. So check it. If we keep moving on like we are, well, it's not sustainable in that way. Overpopulation, all that crap. I'm sorry. He brought it back 50%.
Okay.
So that just creates more it lowers
You want room.
the
Talk about-
floor, but the ceiling stays the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There was
So
too many
there's
people.
room to grow again.
There's too much organic,
Yeah.
carbon-based life forms.
If anything, he just delayed the inevitable.
True. He has to do it again in like 1,000 years.
Right.
So yeah.
And actually, they should bring that up.
1,000 years.
Yeah, less than
But I'm
yeah,
saying
actually, yeah, he's
we
right.
we have less than 1,000 years currently in the MCU. When he snuffed out half the life in the universe, he bought us 1,000 years.
But he should also say something like that too, because at this point, it's like, what does Thanos have left to fight for? Because he did his thing.
Yes.
He's like, I'm done. I did what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But then someone should bring up, yeah, but what happens in like 1,000 years? We're gonna be right back here.
Yeah,
Gotta
exactly.
do it all again. He's
Exactly.
like, fuck, guess I better hold on to this thing. Guess I better become your supreme leader. Another thing, imagine how pissed he is if Captain Marvel survived.
Yep.
No spoilers. The one person that's probably super capable of defeating him, besides the Avengers, survives. It's like shit. Like, why couldn't I blank her out and leave Ant-Man? Like, that kind of thing. Why couldn't
Fuck Ant-Man.
why could I just take out all the superheroes and just leave normal people? Like, why did it have to be random? Come on, man. Right? You feel me?
I feel you. I'm laughing, but my mic was too far away.
Plot holes. It's just it's not really a plot hole. It's just convenient, that all the Avengers and Captain Marvel probably survived to stay and whoop Thanos' ass.
She might have survived. I don't know. Could be.
Exactly.
I
That's
have
what I'm
no
saying.
idea.
Might have.
I
I didn't watch it.
I don't know.
I do know, but I'm not gonna say. Good for you, bud. Good for you.
We don't have a top 5. Are you done? Are you guys ready to move on?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. We don't have a top 5. Huh?
Listen,
Say that again.
I don't feel like she's that hot.
Okay. Well, you're wrong, but okay.
I think she's so. So
Yeah, I understand.
she's cute.
She is very adorable. That's my thing. We don't have a top 5 this week, but I have a list of
I
things.
did have a top 5 this week. I've spent all fucking evening trying to find 3 of them.
That's pretty funny because this actually is in a top 5. He didn't specifically say.
Yeah, I didn't.
Son of a-
The one time Andy does homework.
Okay, you can.
I've been watching weird fucking music videos all night.
I have a top 4. So
Okay,
3.
I'll specify. I'll update it.
I really
don't-
just want to put in one. I only have one that really got me.
I don't have a top 5, but music videos that fucked us up as kids. Now, when I say kids, most of my list is from like 12 to 13, so I wasn't
Yeah.
a young child. But these are the videos I watched because my mom's boyfriend got those he got a black box. Remember the black box, that black cable box that was like
I've heard legends.
it's routed. It reroutes your cable, so you were stealing cable.
You were watching videos with porn.
Listen, yes, but also.
He couldn't do it all the time. It chafes. So he had to divide up his time with music videos. He
So,
healed to music videos.
The reason
You met Damien?
Yeah.
He can do it all the time.
I mean, at this point,
Yeah,
it's conditioned.
Yeah, it's calloused over. I have
Yeah.
a giant callus all around my dick.
Now he's disappointed because the sensitivity is so low that he just has to sit here for 2 hours like,
I have to bang it with a hammer just to feel.
I hurt myself again.
So the reason I thought of this was because let me just find the guy's name. Keith Flint of Prodigy died.
I had a feeling that's why you came up with this whole thing.
I did. So I watched Firestarter again, the music video. That's a freaky fucking video. I'm gonna pull this up right now. When I watched that as a kid, I was like, what is happening?
Hey, don't sing that song.
I did it for you.
Don't sing what?
That's my number 1. Shut up.
Spoiler.
I didn't hear it. Okay.
It's funny that I can predict a lot of your guys' top 5.
You know us so well.
I do.
What's my number 2? What's my number 2?
Hey, I'm not a monkey, man. I'm not a circus monkey.
Okay.
So I'm just watching this again, and it's not as freaky right now because we're watching it, like on a 480p quality thing, and it's fucking on a computer. But you watch this back in the day, and there's a man with fucking devil horns in a sewer screaming in your face. So
Piercings out his nose,
piercing in
and
his
ears.
nose and his ears, and he's like violently shaking, like having a seizure, and
inside a sewer.
inside a sewer. It's black and white. And that sound. So little trivia here. I'm gonna play a song that apparently he took from. He took a song from. I don't have it here. I'm gonna pull it up. He took a sample basically from a song from the Breeders. Breeders were like an alt band back in the 90s. They one of them was from who is that band? The Pixies. So I'm gonna find the song real quick. Oh, so Andy can't hear it, but you will hear the sound of the guitar. 1 second. It's coming right now. You hear that? Yeah.
The twang.
The twang. So he sampled a song called SOS by the Breeders, which was interesting. It was a podcast called Influence. I don't have it here, but it was in a podcast called Influence where they talked about the making of Firestarter. It was just him and another guy in a studio just messing around, and he just talking to the person from the Breeders, and was like, "Hey, I like that song. I like that sound from the guitar. Can I have it? Can I sample in the song?" She's like, "Okay, whatever." She didn't think anything of it, but yeah, that became the song. That sound, that specific like Prodigy sound, and he was talking about like, "Oh, I need to make an angry, attacky sort of drum beat that we all know from Prodigy." So my number 5, I guess I'm calling that.
Number 5.
Number 5.
It's a list now.
It's a list now. Andy, what is your whatever you want to call it?
They better be in an order, damn it.
What?
Audited order. What is your first music video that fucked you up?
So I can't really. All right. So none of these are particularly from my childhood because I didn't have cable. But for my number, I'm gonna do 3 because I don't have 5.
Go ahead.
Time I watched the Offspring, "The Kids Aren't All Right" video.
Okay. I think
To me,
yeah, sure.
it's not really particularly freaky.
No, it's not.
It touched me and it made me think.
Absolutely.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yes.
The song
That's why
makes you
it's my
think.
number 3.
Okay.
Stan, Eminem.
Really?
Mm.
Huh. Doesn't he
you were an
die?
adult.
No. Well, yeah.
Or-
Yeah, he throws his pregnant wife in the trunk, and then he drives off a bridge.
True. I don't remember that video.
The whole
but
thing
yeah.
was about the stalker,
Yes.
like obsessed with Eminem. and
Correct.
He never responded to him, and it just kept escalating and escalating. And then he finally drove the car off the bridge, and then after that, Eminem's like writes him back and was like, "Hey, I'm sorry all this shit happened. Like, I've been super busy." He had no idea that he was dead until he got to the end of the letter that he was writing and was like, "Oh, come to think about it, oh shit, that was you. Damn."
It was a Shyamalan-esque twist.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, okay.
Shyamalan before
That's fair.
Shyamalan.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, that's something maybe like it didn't mess me up.
Yeah.
But I can remember it pretty
Yeah.
vividly.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
seeing it and it's like, wow, this I guess it was pretty fucked up. So it messed me up.
My number 4. Coming in number 4.
Oh, that's my number 2.
Oh shit. Sober by Tool. This fucking video. Now, I went through Tool's catalog of
That was gonna be my number 4 if I had time to
Yeah.
put a number 4 on
Yeah.
Most people would throw Schism in there,
but here's the thing.
Sober is so much worse.
Because and tell me if you agree with this, because this movie or this music video is so it's not clean, you know what I mean? I feel like the cleanness, the sort of CGI
rough.
I feel like they had actors being the people in the music video for Shazam. This one is just stop motion animation.
I always hated it.
Yeah, stop motion animation is fucking freaky.
Yep.
This music video it's greedy.
Nightmare Before Christmas Eve.
Yeah, but if you take Nightmare Before Christmas and put it into like an
a
insane
dollhouse,
put it in a
dollhouse,
put it in a falling apart
Or Christmas weirds me out.
Yeah. So this dude is just in a room. I know you guys probably haven't seen it. The David Lynch movie, Eraserhead, was like this. It's very unnerving, very creepy because it's just in a dark, dingy room and you're not sure what's going on. And it just has this feeling of dread throughout it, you know? They have this baby, and the baby is like disformed in some way, and it's really a fucked up movie. This reminds me of that a lot because it's just a dude in a room looking in a box, and he's touching the box, and he's got this fucked up head. He looks like Jason Voorhees without the mask on. Really fucked up looking dude.
I was actually confused. I think I mixed two music videos together. Yeah. And it was a lot based like this animation, but I remember there was like more domestic violence in it or something. I couldn't find what video that was, but it would be on my list if I could have. Yeah. That was
really fucking weird. Yep.
And it's kind of concerning if there's another video out there like this one, except you add a domestic violence element to it. That's terrifying.
Jesus. Okay, Andy, cleanse our palate real quick.
My number 2 is gonna be Corn right now.
That's my number 1.
Oh shit!
Oh my god, dude!
It's
go ahead,
but it is so fucked up.
It holds up. Again, did you watch it again?
Yeah, right now. It's fucking weird.
Yeah. Did you watch it again? Like, I watched all these over again to be like, it wasn't really that messed up. And I watched it again, and I was like gagging on certain parts. Like, currently, there's this animated dude. He stabbed himself, and like flies are coming out of the holes. He sneezes. His brain blows out his nose. He's picking his nose right now.
Eats his finger.
Right now. Yep, big old maggot booger, and he eats it.
He's chewing on something. Chewing on a booger, eating his finger off.
Puts his finger in his mouth and bites the finger.
Hammering his teeth till they break.
He just did
it! All right, we can stop watching this one now. Yeah.
Goes to brush his teeth and puts the toothbrush in his nose. Okay. The end. The end.
That's
not really the end, but he pops it. Oh no! The paper cut.
Underneath the fingernails.
He pops a pimple and then he like eats the
pus.
Pulls his eyes out and
he's pulling his tooth out right now, and his brain comes out. Okay, yeah, he's dead. Neato. I've never seen that video.
Oh my god.
Interesting.
Really?
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
never seen it. Never seen it.
I was on regular MTV. I was just this innocent child flipping through channels, and then my life was changed forever.
You were not a child. This shit came out when we were like graduating high school.
I was innocent.
You had childlike innocence.
Was it? It wasn't high school. I feel like it was 9th grade.
College. Nah, man.
I'm Googling it.
Graduate high school, 2004, right?
That was not 2004. If I've never heard of even this.
Graduated in 03.
Right now. Right now, the song came out in 2003.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was a senior. Oh man.
Okay.
I was watching that on Headbangers Ball.
Headbangers Ball.
But it was brand new.
Well, it's still gross, and it still grosses me out. So.
I guess I'll say my number 3. You guys done with? Oh, sorry. Are we done with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys pretty much tackled my list right there.
Paranoid Android by Radiohead. You guys ever seen this video?
No.
No. Holy shit. So yeah, it's an epic 6-minute song by Radiohead. A little bit right now. Starts off with a man waking up, taking a shower. Skip ahead here a little bit. He's getting out of his car. takes a while to get to the weird stuff. He's in a bar right now.
I'm trying to watch it right now, and does it look like
Trying to
Family
what?
Guy?
Huh?
I'm trying to watch it right now. Does it look like Family Guy, or am I watching a
Family Guy-esque.
It's animated.
It's animated.
All right, yeah.
Dude was just grabbing a titty.
Yeah, dude's grabbed a titty. I guess. Yeah, I didn't actually watch this before bringing this up, but I feel like there's just this animation style. It's kind of free. Oh, there it is. Yep, man with a head coming out of his belly. The dude walks out of the bar because who needs that? It's two gay guys kissing. Yeah, a lot of these videos going back on.
Still fucked up.
Well, it's still fucked up, but it's not like. Oh, why I feel
They're
dirty.
metaphors.
They're metaphors.
The
I
two gay
suppose.
guys. Two gay guys kissing is what I was referring to.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
not really fucked up. You're fucked up.
Yeah, no, that lifestyle is a-okay in God's eyes. And now, so there's a fat man. He's put on some dominatrix-esque stuff, and the main character is on top of a lamppost, and the guy is chopping him down. And then, out of nowhere, an angel flying a helicopter comes. I'm assuming he's going to rescue him. Yeah, comes. Let's see. Angel
He said a thing.
grabs him, and now they're flying a helicopter together. This is way less fucked up than I remember.
I'm not.
Understanding what's going on or being freaked out at all.
Well, it might help if I listened to the song
Oh.
and watched it from the beginning and was super high.
Yeah. So the guy that's chopping the
Whoa.
lamppost now has chopped all his limbs off and is
Giblets.
falling into the river. And some dude just grabbed his arm and dropped it down to him. Yeah. It's more weird than fucked up, I guess.
This was on TV.
This is on TV, yeah. And now some mermaids have grabbed the
Boobs.
guys.
They're just hanging out.
Yeah. The mermaids grabs the guy's mutilated body and are wrapping him like a baby.
Man, MTV was so different.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. What was that? What was that?
It still exists.
Liquid television. You guys remember Liquid television?
It's
Liquid
terrible.
Liquid something. They had fucked up shit
Really?
like Eon Flux and what was those fucked up cartoons that they used to show all the time? It was like around the Beavis and Butthead era. I feel like that was before our era of watching MTV, right? Beavis and Butthead was a little earlier, like 95, 94, right?
Mm.
We watched Daria. Like Daria came out of Beavis and Butthead. What were those fucking weird? Well, so they had Real Sex on HBO, right?
Mhm.
And it was like a lot of live action, older fat couples doing yoga and having tantric sex. But also,
sex with an emu.
what was that show that was like around the same time as Real Sex, where it was like
Didn't even register.
foreign cartoons, like Denmark and like Australia? They showed their explicit cartoons. Do you remember that? No, they had a show on HBO where they would show like examples of it was I forget what the name of the show, but it was just like showing like here's what Australia's cartoons are like, and here's what Italy's cartoons are like. They like European countries have way less censorship on their sex and stuff over there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I have like a generic 4.
Go ahead.
Anything Duran Gray related, and I didn't know if this really counted because it's like Japanese.
Yeah.
Because it gets weird. But I remember Alex showing me some music videos from these guys. And it was nuts. I don't have anything specific for you.
Yeah.
Just know they had some wild shit.
Yep. I'm just looking it up. Foreign cartoon.
You're gonna find that foreign cartoon porn.
Yeah.
Sesame Street, perfect.
Oh, you remember The Critic?
Yeah.
The Critic and Duckman. You remember Duckman?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking yay. Fucking I love Duckman. Spawn. Oh, Spawn was on, but also I think they did a spin-off, The Detectives, the Twitch and something.
Don't recall.
Anyways, back to my most.
Did you guys miss me?
Yes, we
We
did.
did.
Come to Daddy. Have you ever seen the music video for Come to Daddy by the Aphex Twins?
He said a thing.
Can I say something? Have you guys seen this video? Come to Daddy?
No.
Andy? No? So one
What
this
are
whole
Apex Twins
Can I tell you my last video? Are we done with this topic?
Well,
Can I tell you my last one?
he's
No.
talking about his right now.
yeah.
okay.
Aphex Twins were a industrial EDM guy. One guy did this EDM stuff.
Sex twins.
The Apex, APHEX twin, Apex twin. I think it's one guy. Huh?
They're creepy.
Yes, they are very creepy. I think this came out in like 97, 98. I'm gonna skip ahead to the fucked up part.
Sweet.
There's a ghoulish thing coming out of a pod, and he's growing.
Giant Wendigo.
A giant Wendigo. He looks like an alien.
Good God.
Andy, you need to look this up. This video is so
Screaming. A giant Wendigo screaming in an old lady's face. It's just relentlessly. It's been a minute.
yeah.
Some
Yeah.
buildings that look like they come from Mother Russia.
Yep. Chechnya and Mother Russia.
Okay.
Now some-
lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's some Marilyn Manson looking creature. Ugh.
Oh, man, this video. Shit.
Yeah. See, I feel like these guys. Okay, wait. Who is Apex Twin?
It is a
EDM.
DJ.
Like,
Yes. Yeah. Like a.
it wasn't super
This is
big in the
before
United
EDM.
States, like
Yeah.
Germany
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. It
Okay,
was
so kind of like a disqualification because I threw Enduring Gray where shit's just weird over there.
It is.
Okay.
I probably would have called it industrial.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fair.
Industrial EDM.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I would definitely
Acid.
throw
It was
EDM in
before
there.
EDM. EDM wasn't a thing.
Oh, my
this long
friend.
ago.
My friend, you don't know the ways of the raves in the late 80s, early 90s. Apparently that was a
They
huge thing.
called EDM though.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Listen, I think
I
it
believe
took a little bit, new metal, from there. I think it was like, new metal and new metal.
Saying new metal over and over again.
I'm just staring at Damien saying new metal.
EDM music, let's see. Wikipedia. 98 electronic dance music, Wikipedia.
Yeah, we knew what it stood for.
In the late 80s, early 90s, found the emergence of raving, pirate radios, and the upsurge of interest in club culture. EDM achieved widespread mainstream popularity in Europe. Yeah, Europe was all about that shit in like the late 80s. The ladies.
Sucks though, for the record.
No, it actually doesn't, for the record.
What sucks?
EDM, you said.
He said
The
EDM
song.
sucks.
Oh, that song?
No.
Well,
That
Yes.
song did suck.
yes.
The
That
song
was,
is pretty shitty.
yes. I'm not going to lie.
Clearly, shock factor.
Yes. I have a number, well, yeah,
What?
sort of a number one. Do you
And
want
he's
to?
got one.
Yes, Andy, go ahead.
Hit it.
I got my number one.
Go ahead.
think you're freaking it. I like you a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Called it.
I'm not so sure. Honestly, I'm not so sure. I shouldn't have put Corns right now above this one, but
Yeah.
real people still freaking me out.
See, and this follows the same
yeah.
kind of guideline too that I had with Damien. Put that one, and it's a foreign thing, so it's kind of like they're out of just the whole standard that they go by is like,
Their mentality.
yeah,
Different
like this wasn't
bunch of
big.
people.
It's not too big in the United States, right? Die Antwoord.
D Antwoord, yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah, we're-
Along the
Yeah.
same lines of like Bjork, right?
Yeah,
She's
yeah, right.
Bjork.
Also, Yolandi's kind of fucking hot, and it's weird.
Yes, yes.
She should not be hot. but
She should not be
is.
hot. I agree. She's
Are you watching this video right now?
yes, a little
Yeah,
bit,
we
a
saw.
couple seconds, a couple
She's-
seconds.
I mean, I guess it's mostly the haircut.
I
that
have
makes
the
her weird looking.
weirdest boner.
Exactly.
But then they get a close up
feel
of the
all
old
of their
guy, and you're like, oh.
It's a cool
Yeah.
video. Bjork. We're watching a Bjork video right now. I was just telling them, like Bjork, that whole like Scandinavian sort of
Sure.
artists, musical artists. They're kind of weird. Very cool video. I like Bjork.
Were you
yes.
finished with the video,
Yeah.
Andy?
Oh yeah, I'm done.
Oh,
Do
okay.
you have number one?
My number one was right now.
Okay. I have a number one. I'm gonna play it right now. Andy, look up Rubber Johnny.
I want to. Andy
Yes.
said that maybe he shouldn't have put right now below that song, which would actually make like the third time me and him have had like the same like listings almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and
Cool.
him are like
In sync.
yeah. I love buddy.
Yeah, I think You Freaky was number one just because it was the first one that came to mind. I just left it there. But right now was easily my number two, and I was on the fence putting it at number one.
There's a video that came out that sort of
Google.
look up Rubber Johnny. There are certain videos that came out and were like, what is this? Is this real? What is happening right now? And this is one of them. It's called Rubber Johnny. Again, it's Aphex Twin. He makes these really fucked up videos, and I'm playing it right now.
Yeah, it's 6 fucking minutes long.
Well, just watch the start.
It's disgusting. I don't want to.
It's weird.
Andy, look at it. Tell me it's not like watching your kid on a baby monitor.
We're watching this.
Wow.
It looks like an alien. It's a huge head, small mouth, little beady eyes. It looks like what was that?
It is saying mama. That's disgusting.
It looks like Paranormal Activity.
Oh.
It looks like. Do you ever see Wreck or Quarantine? That movie. It's a.
Like, this is already better than
Stop
Paranormal
it.
Activity.
Take my headphones off.
If I gave him an injection or something like that to make you calm.
Don't breathe like that.
Look at dog face. Oh, closing my eyes now.
I shouldn't have watched this full screen.
Nope.
I'm glad I have actually found something because when I was looking back on these videos, I was like, this isn't actually disturbing anymore because I'm a grown man and I understand how things are made. But I'm glad I found something that could disturb you guys.
No, it's a lot easier than you think, at least for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I know how things are made.
If anybody's curious, it was what
Rubber Johnny. Just look up Rubber Johnny.
Yeah. All these things, you're probably listening on SoundCloud. You can still listen while you Google search stuff.
You can.
So
you have the technology. It can be done.
Yeah.
Oh! Do we want to talk about the hacking
Carrie,
dildo?
don't watch that.
There is a.
Meanwhile, I'm linking this to my wife.
Oh my God.
Meanwhile, I'm jerking off.
You have literally sent pictures where like, oh my God, my child's so freaky through the baby monitor, and you're gonna send her that. What are you trying to do? Will she appreciate that? Will she appreciate that?
She will appreciate this. Yes.
She's like, yeah, that's totally Silvana. Yep.
So yeah, you were talking about earlier the hacking a dildo. It was, full disclosure. This was on the Side Stories last podcast on the left. Did you listen to the last one about hacking dildos? Yeah. So they were talking about a dildo. Does it have like I guess it has like a camera on it, and you can stream it to people because that's the things people do. However, just because it's connected to the internet, it's hackable. People can get into it.
Easily
hackable. So what this is a dildo with a camera on it, and it's conducted by Wi-Fi. So apparently, people are finding they can get in there and see your insides.
The password was
88888888. The default password. The default password to get into it was 888888. So yeah, I mean, who would want to see that? This goes back to those videos of like. You ever seen those videos or those stories of people putting cameras in toilets?
Yep.
First of all, who wants to see somebody peeing? Peeing doesn't do it for me. Just
there are some people
to put that out there. But also
there's a whole genre for it.
Yes,
so.
Yes, there is. And this is under that category because if you were hacking a dildo, you were seeing the inside of a vagina. It's like that's more scientific to me. It's like, I'm gonna check this lady out for polyps, for cancerous growth inside
doctor
of her.
Is a game as old as time.
It seems more helpful. It seems like I'm just gonna go in here and check out this lady.
Low key, like they're always telling you, get screened, get
Yes.
checked, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Now they're putting the ability in your hands.
And they're democratizing the method of looking for cancer, for looking for what's it called? Your cesareans in there or something? I don't know. Your fallopian cancers.
The tumors, find problems. Yeah.
Playing doctor is some of my fondest memories as a child.
Playing doctor?
With your uncle?
No.
No, that wasn't a fond memory. Not that one. That was repressed.
Do you want to go into detail about playing doctor? Who is the doctor and who is the patient?
We'll just leave it at that.
Okay, fair enough. Fair.
Is there any
enough.
coincidence that you enjoyed playing doctor as a child and are now a nurse?
This is already more thought than I have ever put into it.
When you're cleaning off those dead bodies, do you get hard as a rock or what?
Shouldn't have said anything. Damn it.
Lead the fifth.
Quick joke. Quick tangent. What did the water say to the beach when the beach asked it out on a date?
Nothing. It just waved.
No, it said sure.
Sure. Mine works too, but it's not as funny.
Sure.
Mine was, what did the ocean say to the man that was walking by?
Nothing. He just waved.
Nothing. It just waved.
There was a Jewish man and his son walking along the beach. The water came out and took the boy into the ocean. The man said, "God, if you're there, please, whatever I did, I'm sorry. Please give me back my son." The water washes up to the beach. The son's there. The father looks down. Did I say he was a Jewish man?
Mm.
Yes. The Jewish guy says, "When he went in the water, he had a hat on."
Gotcha.
Yeah. Andy, did you catch that?
No.
Okay, cool.
No, I did not.
Because
I'm perusing your podcast 10 outline.
oh, okay. The joke was that Jewish people are cheap, and so because the child was returned without a hat on, the Jewish man asked for the hat to be returned as well as the child.
You didn't have to go buy a new hat. I got a joke.
This
is actually current event
I did
joke.
not get it because I didn't get it. I did not get it because I wasn't listening.
Okay,
That's why
fair
I
enough.
didn't get it.
Fair enough. Fair
It's
enough.
not really a joke.
What's your current event?
It's not really. Like 6 days ago, Oregon man survived off taco sauce while being trapped in
saw
a
that.
car.
I saw that.
6 days with his dog.
Jesus.
Spoiler is the dog's name was Taco Sauce.
That's good. That's good. I like that.
No, really though, he survived off taco sauce. The
He
dog
really-
was fine.
He really did.
Yep.
I don't understand.
His
The
asshole
shits.
was probably
His
mad.
There's no way he survived. Think about. So he was in snow, right? He was buried in snow. So he probably did like a what are those called? Snowballs with the syrup.
Oh,
the
snow
raspberry-
cone kind of thing.
Snow cone. He made a
Yeah.
snow cone out of
Taco
the syrup.
sauce,
Yeah, taco
snow cone.
sauce.
Fun fact: you can't actually like drink, like eat snow
Mhm.
and expect to stay hydrated
You cannot.
because your body like cools
I didn't know
off
this.
to because the snow is so cold.
Mm.
What you need to do is bring the water to room temperature before you drink it. Otherwise, it takes more energy for your body
Oh, to
eat
heat it.
cold snow
to
than
melt
it
it.
would for room temperature water.
Interesting. I wonder
You will die faster.
for how much, like a handful of snow. I wonder how much water that would make. Not much, probably.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, interesting. Well, we'll find
Like
out
maybe
about
like soak like a washcloth and drink the washer off it. I mean, if you had to survive.
There was
The
one of
dude
my
ate taco sauce.
just to go off on a tangent on that. You're talking about a washcloth. You're drinking from a washcloth, right? Paul F. Tompkins is a comedian I like a lot. He's on a lot of those improv shows like Comedy Bang Bang and shit. One of his first stand-ups I watched back in the like late 90s, early 2000s, he had a story about how he had a bet. He was in a bar and they were drunk and they didn't have any money. So he bet his friends to have the bartender take a rag and soak up all of the beer on the bar and have them drink off that. They did it.
Did you enjoy the syphilis that came from it?
Could you imagine that, Andy, going to fucking like Well, you haven't been there often, but go to like the Forge, go to that bar, and just be like, "Hey, I don't have any money. Can you just take your rag and just go from that end of the bar to the other end and just soak it all up and just put that in a fucking shot glass, and I'll do that." Jesus,
Just have the thing soaked there,
I'm in.
like underneath the tap. He's in. Boy, we're gonna have fun next time you're up.
I watched A Star Is Born. So this movie is great. I love this movie. You watched this movie last week, a couple weeks ago? I loved this movie.
It's a terrible movie.
I love this movie.
I already
bad.
don't care.
I'm with you, buddy. I watched it and I don't care.
It's amazing.
I didn't watch it, and I still don't care.
It's
Good.
amazing. The movie is amazing because of one thing. How many actors are in that movie that are not professional actors? That weren't brought up learning to act. They didn't go to acting school. They
Like
didn't.
Bradley Cooper.
No, Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga. Hey, are you
Lady
is that-
Gaga.
Lady Gaga. Was that a swipe at Bradley Cooper? Do you not like Bradley Cooper as an
I
actor?
don't. Yeah, his best role is Rocket Raccoon.
Okay, can I say something? This is another example of you fucking people not watching people's movies and then saying they're bad actors. How do you do that? That's like saying I'm going to go to
Listen, I've watched all of Bradley Cooper's movies. I've watched
what? Name them.
Hangover, Hangover 2, Hangover 3, Guardians of the Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and now A Star Is Born.
Those movies you named were his worst movies.
Okay, fine. Avengers.
Avengers. Yeah. Okay, you're
The
correct.
dynamic between Rocket Raccoon and Thor is Oscar worthy. I will give you that.
God damn it. Okay. I'm just going to put this out there. If you want to, if you choose to see his best work, Silver Linings Playbook.
I've seen that actually.
Fantastic.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Sucked.
Okay. You were
That's
You know
one of
who I
William's
also think
favorites.
is overrated?
I haven't seen it.
Overrated?
overrated.
Rated? Overrated? What's her
What?
name?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Ayla. You know what's not
Ayla.
overrated? Are her boobs.
They're okay. Have you seen them in real life? Because here's
in
the
real life.
Everyone
no,
has seen them.
just on the
Yeah.
the celebrity dump thing.
the fappening.
Yes,
You didn't engage in the
real life.
fappening. You didn't.
he did.
I feel like you did.
Totally did.
I saw them in the happening,
Okay.
but that's not real life.
Well,
How is that not real
Remember
life?
there was
That
a-
is the
there's a-
realist life.
there was a period of time where me and him
that's
didn't
not the realist life.
didn't pursue the fappening. We relied on you
Yeah.
to give us the goods.
And what did I came through. I gave you the
did.
goods.
We're like, we're not gonna. I remember me and him were watching football at a bar.
Yeah.
and I think Lynn was with us, and maybe it was talking about Ariana Grande or whatever, and she's like, "You see her boobs?" And I'm like, we were like, "What?" It's like, yeah. I mean, we knew what the fappening was, but we didn't like actually delve into it. And we're like, hold on, let us consult our expert. So we texted you, and we're like, Ariana Grande's boobs. It was almost like a Google search, and then like 30 seconds later,
I was your Siri. Siri, Ariana Grande's
Exactly.
boobs, please.
I'm
Yeah.
like, whoa, they
Hey,
do exist.
Hey, Damien,
Yes.
send me boobs.
Yeah. It was Ariana Grande, Jennifer Lawrence, Scarlett Johansson.
You
who-
remember?
I do. That was my shiny moments in life of giving you boobs.
Send it to me now. Send it to me now.
Wait, let's go back. You said the fappening was not real life. How is that not real life? That was the realist life. Oh, you mean in your room, like right now?
yeah. When we
Oh.
say in real life, I'm not talking about a computer screen.
So here's
or
the
a
thing:
phone
in
screen.
movies, they can CGI that shit. Like Cersei was not even real. That was not her real body.
No, I also don't consider movies real life.
Do you think that Maeve? Do you think that was Maeve's real body? Do you think they CGI'd her onto somebody else?
May?
What are you
Maeve.
talking about?
Westworld.
Aunt May?
Westworld. Maeve.
May? Oh, Mauve.
Mauve.
I like calling her
Mauve.
Mauve.
She's like 45 years old. That's not a 45-year-old body at all.
It's tough. You know,
Sorry.
I think a lot of those, they don't do their own.
Nude scenes.
The only one that I know that's like totally down
That
with
dude's
it at all
dick?
times
That dude's
is
dick.
Marjorie Tyrell. Whoever
Marjorie.
plays her.
Yeah.
She's always willing.
She's got pancake titties.
She's always willing, man.
Jesus. Andy, look up Marjorie
Let
Tyrell.
me Google it.
Yeah, look up, what's her real name?
Oh man.
She's in the Fab.
Natalie Dormer.
Look up Natalie Dormer boobies. She's done several scenes. Apparently, she was in this show called Before Game of Thrones. I forgot the name of the show. Like Vikings.
I was watching a movie today.
Do it.
She was in Captain America, the first Avenger. She was the one that made out with Captain America.
Oh,
Yeah.
Interesting.
And
There's
then Peggy came up and was like,
what
Yep.
the
First
fuck?
glance, she was hot as fuck, and then on closer inspection, she's weird looking.
yeah, buddy, I feel you.
She got pancake titties.
Like,
She's one of those
I
ones that
don't know.
confuses me, like hot or
So-
not.
Going back to A Star Is Born.
I'm seeing some titties in
Yeah.
these. I'm just googling. I'm just clicking through Google Images. They don't look like she has pancake titties.
What do you consider pancake titties?
Do you consider pancake titties?
Flat?
I would assume it's when you throw a pancake
No.
on someone's chest.
Yes.
You can't differentiate.
Saggy and flat-ish. Like, they're fine. I would accept them totally any day.
Pancakes are delicious.
put some fucking maple syrup on them bitches. just what I mean is, they're not great.
There's a really nice picture here, but it's from 2005, so she could have had kids by then.
I will say she oversaturated the market.
2005? No.
There is a picture here. Natalie Dormer during AFI Fest 2005, and her titties look pretty good.
How is this not bringing up titties?
Dude, when she shaved the side of her head,
Aren't we?
left the other half, that's pretty hot.
That is hot. Aren't we talking about Natalie Dormer's titties?
Yes, we are. I'm googling as well. I need to
Nid.
Nid. They're just
Holy
they're just, here, like they don't perk. They're not perky. Okay, all right. Let's just say they're not bad. They're just not.
You're very particular.
What do you call?
He's got
like,
a lot of time on his hands.
lifted.
Bro.
They don't lift. They don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they go to this side.
Yes, they go to the side. Okay, so
Okay,
they're
I haven't
like
seen
a
them.
B, not size B, like a grade B boobs. What do you give them, Dion?
You know what?
Compared to, we have several boobs on the side here. We have a couple things to compare to. Well,
I'll give her B plus.
Okay, let's just say out of
It's weird in Game of Thrones. Just saying, she looks better in real life.
Uh,
In real life, as in Google
yeah.
Images that I'm.
yeah.
clicking
She
through.
looks
So
well. You catch her nose at the wrong way.
yeah,
That's what really.
you know who she looks like? From Space Jam, the girl in Space
Lola
Jam.
Bunny?
Yeah, right, right. You see it, don't you?
I do
Bunny
see
was
it
pretty
actually.
hot.
Yeah. So
yeah, she gave me a butter.
right now you'll never be able to
Put some
unsee it.
rabbit ears on her.
Yeah, dude. Game of Thrones chicks, boobs. Ooh, best Game of Thrones boobs. Emilia Clarke.
Man.
What's her name? Daenerys. Who else? Who else boobs have you seen in that show? Not many. Like main characters boobs. There's Marjorie,
Shay.
Daenerys. Huh?
Shay.
Yeah. Oh, what about Robb Stark's woman? She got a nice
No.
butt. She had a nice butt.
It's nice, but
Not nice.
she was
not nice
packing.
boobs. Yeah. Star is Born.
Shay had a nice butt too.
Yeah. She
All
had a
right,
nice butt.
seriously,
Nobody actually
Star
wants
is
to talk
Born.
about that, though. Nope, I don't think anybody actually wants to talk about this movie. I don't.
I'll give it a B.
I don't.
I'll give it a B. What do you give it?
50%. So that was a C, right? No, I give it less. A total failing grade.
Do you think that it's impressive that Bradley Cooper wrote, directed, starred in, sang in this movie?
Do I think it's impressive?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Penis enlargement death?
Did you get a virus? Did you just get a virus from looking at porn? Is this your first time looking at porn on that computer? Did you just infect yourself live on the air? Those don't work, I'm telling you.
I'm gonna be quick.
It's your
Blue Chew.
Chew.
We're brought to you today by Blue Chew, the only pharmacy grade medicine on the market that you can buy from the stream. Put in, can I say something 50 at the checkout counter for Blue Chew. Thank you, Blue Chew.
Andy's so lost right now.
Yeah.
No, okay, I'll be quick. I'm gonna be real quick about everything about Star is Born. No, I don't think it. Oh, you can't walk away because I'm about to shit on it. Nah, he's got to be here for this. So boobs.
What are you doing?
I think he's trying to saw a log with his microphone.
I had the mic in the stand, and I'm moving the stand around.
Oh, it's massive.
All right, is that better?
Yes,
He's still
please.
got Natalie Dormer's boobs up and savagely masturbating.
Sawing his dick with the microphone. Go ahead.
Why didn't I just Google Natalie Dormer's boobs? I'm just Googling image. I just Google image her, and I'm just looking at a bunch of headshots.
It's about the hunt, the thrill of the hunt. You know what
Yeah,
I
it's like
hate
what-
when there's a
what-
disclaimer
like-
like, "Oh, it gets better in episode 5." Oh, so you mean I gotta watch half this shit before it actually starts getting good?
Here's the thing about that.
Did we talk about Sense8? Did we ever talk about Sense8?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, not on this, but we have. Yeah.
That was one. The first several episodes, it was like, this is garbage.
Yeah. I couldn't make it through.
Really, really good cinematography concept, but they just didn't fucking do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then right before the shit got canceled, I was like getting really good.
Yeah. It
Because
didn't
it
surprise
was
me at
really
all that it got canceled, and I'm glad I didn't waste time on it.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't surprise me at all either. They did actually end up doing like a pretty good 2-hour episode that kind of wrapped up a few things.
It's
They
fun.
could've done a
Yeah.
lot of that
I
shit.
saw they
didn't
did like
fuck
a,
around for the first like 9 episodes.
What really got me interested in it was that in high school, instead of studying and doing all my classes and getting good grades, I was writing. I wrote stories in all my classes, and one of the stories I had a similar premise to it, where like in Sense8 there was one person they were kind of connected to, or were they all connected, right? Like one person would do something, the other person was doing something that was similar.
Right.
I had the same thing where like in one place there was one character, but there was like 2 worlds, and the other character was doing the same thing basically, just in a different setting, a different scenario, and sometimes it would be good for them and other times it was just like absolute shit show. So that's what originally got my interest. Was I'm like, wow, I'm like, this is kind of like what I've been writing about all this time. But then they couldn't. I came up with a flaw in my writing, like, this is not sustainable. I don't know where to go with this. Like, I had like
time. You mean not since 7th grade?
Yeah. Wait, what? say that again. Sorry.
I said, when you say all this time, you mean not since 7th grade?
No, it was more like 10th grade. But yeah, it's been well, since when I say all this time, like from when I started watching Sense8, like seeing it on TV I was basically watching what I had been writing, and I realized when I was writing it back when I was in high school that I had no real direction, no real end game, and that the whole premise was flawed. And when I started watching the show, I felt like they came into the same barrier that I had. Like, where do you go? What is this leading to? And they couldn't get my attention to go past episode, I don't know, 4 or 5. And it's like, I just figured it was going to end the same way my writing did. It got canceled. I actually stopped writing. Basically the same thing. So, yeah. Like, I kind of saw the writing on the wall, literally, because I had already wrote it. I'm not saying like, oh my God, I made a TV show, but the idea that I had was
Basically wrote
Sense8.
a TV show.
Huh?
You basically wrote a TV show.
I did, yeah.
So
It was a bad one. And it's funny because I shit on it so much. And I'm basically shitting on my writing. Actually, I do that a lot. I don't read anything I've ever written, like, to this day. Like, I just hate it so much. Carrie's like, why don't you read any of that? I'm like, it's garbage. It's all garbage. I wrote
Sex scenes were
so
basically
many
softcore
pages.
Was it short stories, novellas?
No, it was
What
just
your-
all one long story that never ended.
Did you title it?
No, there's no title. Chris can back me up. Me and him, we'd come over to each other's houses and we'd both write separate stories, like literally right next to it. That's how we would hang out with each other. We just write stories and just talk about our shit.
How long was it?
Hundreds of pages. I got pages all over the place. I still have folders at home.
Should at least digitize it. No?
I'd rather set it on fire.
One or the other. Save it forever or delete it forever. Let's see. Got a couple things here. Would you rather keep your body the same right now, the way it is, right? Until you die. So let's say you were meant to live to 100, right? You still die at 100, but your body stays the same as it is now until you're 100, until you die at 100. Or you keep your mind the same until you're 100, but your body ages naturally.
What happens to my mind if I keep my
it probably
body?
deteriorates.
So I live a normal life.
Yes.
I'd rather live a normal life.
You would rather have.
I keep
think-
this body, bro. Look at this thing.
You keep
Get
your body
some.
keep your body the same, but your mind deteriorates. Like it's going to deteriorate. Let's
Faster?
say normally. No, normally.
Normal, fine.
But your body stays the same.
Yeah.
But your wife ages.
My wife ages. Oh, it's a good ride for her.
Andy, what do you say? Do you keep your body the same it is now? You can't change it at all. Make it better.
Absolutely. In my mind.
Okay, yeah, you keep your body the same. Doesn't get better. Doesn't get worse until you're 100. Or do you keep your mind the same? You never lose your mental faculties. I guess that's the question. I didn't really research what that means. Keep your mind the same. It just means like you don't get dementia.
Yeah, I assume you're asking, are we
Enough.
smart
That's
or
enough
are
right
we
there.
physically, like, appealing? Like, I don't have much going on up there. Like, I'm not a genius or anything.
You don't say.
So I don't care if my brain deteriorates naturally.
Gotcha. So you'd
But if
rather
I
have
was Stephen Hawking,
yeah.
what do you think he's gonna
I
pick?
guess yeah. That is the question, right? Do you want to be Stephen Hawking or do you want to be like I don't know. There's never been anybody that has a 30-year-old body at 75. I mean, Sylvester Stallone.
It's worth the risk.
Yeah, Sylvester
the-
Stallone.
Fuck Sylvester Stallone. I would rather be a
Stephen Hawking.
dumb. I would rather be a complete idiot but still have my senses.
No, that's not the question.
No,
You are the same. You are the same mentally for 100 years, or you're the same physically for 100 years.
Oh, so you're saying I'm not a complete idiot?
Yes.
kind of an idiot because
Yeah.
you don't understand what he's saying. No, I'm
I
joking.
totally say-
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
You're fine.
I really think it's just, are you a smart person or are you a strong person? Or are you a jack person? Like a dude that goes to the gym all the time, not going to give a shit that his brain fails him because he's probably not using it a whole lot.
True. So yeah.
So you guys are not nearly as concerned about dementia as I am.
Apparently not.
It is okay. If he asks the question, would I want to stay physically like this,
Yeah.
but deteriorate mentally twice as fast?
No, that's not the question.
That would be
That's not the
different.
question.
Like you either deteriorate physically
Deteriorate
or
mentally
yeah. Go
at
ahead.
your normal expected rate of deterioration.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you'd either deteriorate
If you're
physically
gonna
or
live-
mentally.
If you're gonna live to be 90,
Mhm.
you're gonna deteriorate a whole lot
Mentally.
either way.
Either
and
way.
Both
physically
ways.
and mentally.
So what do you want to stop?
And-
What do you not want to happen? Physically deterioration or mental deterioration?
from experience, you do not want to be a jacked motherfucking dementia patient.
Can you imagine
You
that?
don't want me to
don't
be a
want that.
jacked dementia patient.
I don't have to imagine that. I have experienced that. I worked on a geriatric psychiatry unit, and I had dementia patients that were fucking jacked.
So get Jack too.
And
Then you can match them peck for
back
peck.
that you cannot match the strength that comes.
You
from
can't.
dementia patient.
You
I didn't-
can't.
It's
I know what you want to say.
It's like saying, man, they have all of the adrenaline behind them when you have dementia because they're so confused and so scared.
Yeah, they
have all the strength.
All
They
of the
are.
strength.
You
They're
cannot.
Master Roshi.
No,
Rest.
it's
Yeah,
the thing that Dennis says. I am unfeathered and my rage knows no bounds. Like that. Yeah, they don't have that. Like if I go to hit somebody, I'm gonna have that little thing in my head that says, like, don't hit him that hard. You might like hurt him. You might kill him. But a dementia patient's not looking at it like that. You're like, this person must die. So yeah.
Well, they're not even necessarily looking to kill anybody. They are trying to save their own life.
Sure. Yeah. When, however that
It's
comes
a
about.
slight-
I am untethered in my rage,
it's
knows
very
no bounds. Sorry, go ahead.
Slight, very slight difference, but one that makes a lot of. Particularly, I'm trying to teach new nurses about how to deal with patients with dementia. I have to try to educate them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, they're not trying to attack you. They're trying to defend themselves.
True. Speaking of dementia patients, billionaire diamond trader, 65, dies during penis enlargement surgery at Paris clinic.
Weird flex, but okay.
He had a heart attack when a substance was injected into his penis.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, exactly.
He was very self-conscious.
So it says, his friend said he was very self-conscious. The billionaire diamond trader
You're a
reportedly
billionaire
diamond trader.
and you're self-conscious.
Yeah.
Like that's wild.
Well, yeah. I don't think money buys self-confidence.
It should. Can you assume that anybody you're friends with is actually friends with you when you're a billionaire?
true.
For being just a normal dude?
True. Yeah.
Like you don't need a big dong. You could pay a woman
don't
to
need
say
one.
that you have a big dong. It's the biggest I've ever seen. Where's my money? Like I don't know. It's just a waste. But
Yeah.
that's. I mean, I understand it's in his head. I get it. It's just. It's
Well,
unfortunate.
Wasn't in his head, it was in his dick.
Well,
It went
the
into
injection
his.
was.
The injection went into his dick, and he had a heart attack, and died. Unfortunately, out of the three of us, who, if we were dropped into the wilderness,
Wait.
who's
You got anything to say about that, Andy? Nope. Okay, moving on.
what's the biggest dick you've ever seen on a dementia patient?
This
On a
HIPAA.
who?
This HIPAA is involved here.
This is not HIPAA. This is HIPAA only applies to medical ailments. Well, just the biggest dick you've ever seen.
Oh, I mean, it was on a dementia patient, and I'm not gonna lie, it was on the
Say
same
your
dementia
own.
patient I was talking about before. No, it ain't my own. No, I can't compete with that.
Get the fuck out
No.
of here. Shit.
It was a black man with dementia, also jacked.
I've heard this story.
We had him on the
Need to call a
psychiatric
nurse.
unit. He was
Hello,
fucking-
Mr. Nurse. How are you today? I need
Let
to
him
look-
tell the story.
He was on the psych unit. Shut the fuck up. He was on the psych unit doing push-ups. Like, he's 92 years old.
Pantsless.
with no hands.
No. He was wearing pants most of the time, but I also had to wipe his butt.
Mhm.
So, to see him without pants, he had nothing to be ashamed
Wow.
of. You know.
Yeah. So he was doing push-ups with no hands. His penis was doing push-ups. Is what you're saying.
Kickstand push-ups.
Yeah. Exactly. He was a fucking monster. Walter.
Nice.
He was like wielding it like a baseball bat, fending you all off.
Was it big, hard, or
We had
soft?
another man. It was. I didn't see it erect.
Why not?
Only saw it soft because he had a horse dick.
It's a lot of blood flow to get a dong that size.
True. That's why he had dementia. He didn't have enough blood flow to go to the brain. It was all in his dick.
Wow. You figured it out, man.
I don't think you understand how black man dicks work.
Do you assume that all dementia patients have big dicks?
Is that not true?
I think you assume that you've got to have some blood flow down there to make it look big. No,
You don't? How did dicks
this,
work?
This black man,
Yeah.
totally flaccid,
Bigger than my arm.
How big?
massive, massive.
How big?
Let me see.
Mastodon.
I don't have a ruler. I don't have a ruler here, but he had
Banana
to
for
be like
scale.
9
Banana for scale.
He had to be like 9 inches.
Cool.
Fully flaccid.
Whoa.
Flaccid.
That's almost a foot.
Dude,
Black Ranger
man-
was a mastodon.
Fruit by the foot. Dick by the foot.
Can you imagine a mastodon as a giant dog? Do you
I
think
am.
With the Yellow Ranger being Asian and this whole
Yeah.
I was wearing my Mastodon
was
shirt
Mastodon like Black Ranger big dong thing?
Yes. Yes, exactly. Mastodon equals dick. Black guy has big dick.
Wow.
I just put that together. Amazing.
Interesting.
What was I going to say?
Slight tangent, but I also had a patient. This
Yes.
is a white man, and his dick was much smaller, but he could have an erection on command. He had a little pump.
Did you ask him to? Or what happened?
He did it on his own when the ladies were trying to give him a bath. He had a little pump in his testicles. Literally squeeze his testicle and give himself an erection.
I don't like that.
Wait.
No.
Wait. What was the pump for? It wasn't. The purpose of the pump wasn't to
Pump
give him a
give him an
boner.
erection.
No. How? Why?
It's a surgical treatment you could
That
get
is
for erectile
genius.
dysfunction.
He's like mashing on that thing like a Nike pump up shoe.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing.
Fuck me. That's hilarious. His balls were the cush on the tongue.
You remember that movie? I don't remember what it was, but he was like just going to town on it. And it just blows up in his face. Oh, imagine that if your testicle was the thing that exploded.
Jesus.
Woo!
No, thank you. They have sneakers that apparently do that. Like it's Wi-Fi connected. They have Wi-Fi connected shoelaces, and apparently you can push a button and have your shoelaces tighten or loosen. I forgot where I heard that.
Recently, but I think it's bullshit.
Must be, right? So we're wrapping up here. Just want to talk about a couple more things. Podcast.
Let's get into it.
Podcast milestones I hit this week. Guess what I did? You know what I did.
What the fuck, 1,000?
Jerked off
Magic
7 times.
Magic Tavern caught up completely.
Yeah.
What episode are you on?
67 or
Wow.
so.
You
Nice.
got a long way to go, bud.
So he's on episode 67 of the first season. Each season has 100 episodes.
And there's 10 seasons?
2 seasons.
Oh.
So right now they're on episode 98 of the second season. So he has about 130 to go, 127. So no spoilers, but the last episode that they did implies that they are the cause of the mysterious man. You know the mysterious man, right? The guy at the beginning of episode that says, "This podcast is not real, no matter what you think." You know the guy, right? Yeah. So they do. Have you listened to any where they do the dimensional and separate dimension where they're in like a western town or something?
Western town? No.
Yeah, they do. Occasionally they'll do an episode where they're not in Fantasyland, they're in like a western town or something. This one they were in the future, and they're saying like in the future them are the real them. So they go to the mysterious man. They're like, "We told you to tell the listeners that other us isn't real." So it's implied, huh?
I see.
Yeah.
Now there was one episode where being sort of pulled back to the real world, and they were in like a psychiatric unit.
I like that one. That was a good one.
a really good one. It was a mind fuck.
Yes, it was. Other podcast milestone. Well, yeah, I'm caught up with Magic Tavern. It's very good, very very good. It continues to be good. Podcast 1000.
Glad to hear that.
Yeah, very good. Podcast 1000. WTF? Got a frog in my throat. I'm like Miss Piggy over here. Miss Piggy, because she's like Kermit is her boyfriend.
Not anymore. They broke up. Did you hear that?
Did they?
Hey, yeah. No. She.
That was my Miss Piggy impression. I thought that was pretty good.
Go on about this. I gotta just fact check here.
Kermit, I fucking hate you. Wait, that's Kermit. Fucking Kermit. Oh yeah. I thought that was pretty good.
Okay. Back in 2015, Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy announced that they had broken up.
Really?
Yep.
Who gets the kids?
After careful thought, this is a quote, thoughtful consideration, considerable squabbling, Miss Piggy made the difficult decision to terminate our romantic relationship. She's bitching about Kermit. There was domestic violence everywhere.
Yeah.
Piggy beat the shit out of Kermit.
Yeah.
He is. I can't. I don't even have words. I feel bad for the man, the frog.
Yeah.
Like, she made the decision.
Yeah.
Like, he should have made the decision long ago.
He had all those parking tickets, you know.
Parking tickets?
Yeah, he kept getting towed.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look more into this.
So, for reference, I've listened to podcasts since the year 2010, and WTF has been going on since the year 2010. I've listened to basically every episode of the WTF, and he's hitting number 1000 next week. I thought that was significant.
They don't address the domestic violence. They don't.
Well, they don't address the gay sex that Kermit was having.
If Kermit was slapping her around, they'd say something.
There was an affair going on. Absolutely.
Kermit was banging another pig.
Yeah. Well, him and the Swedish chef. Derp, 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 derp.
I like a frog a dick.
Do you know why Miss Piggy can't count to 70? Because when she gets to 69, she gets a frog in her throat. Stupid. What podcasts have you listened to this week, Dion? Anything notable? The Why I Hate This album was pretty good.
I didn't like it.
No.
They had some funny parts, but it was overall just meh.
Yeah.
Scathing atheist.
Yeah. Here's the thing about that. I don't like atheists.
I don't really see them as atheists. It's just not believing the hype.
I don't like when I think making fun of religious people is akin to making fun of a kid for believing in Santa. I think it's cruel, sort of, kind of mean, you know?
It's tough. They're not making fun of the people that can just... What? Sorry, I was talking over you.
Know better.
Yes. Well, yes. True.
Well, they're not making fun of the people that, are quiet, keep it to themselves. They're addressing the people that are in your face about it.
Yeah, and it's also addressing people that force their beliefs legislatively and also by the rules. I think there was they were talking about something where they had to pray during school, that whole thing. Oh no, it was a girl didn't want to learn about Muslims. The class was a world history, world religion class, and she didn't want to learn about Islam.
Yeah.
And she brought it all the way to the Supreme Court, I think, or federal court, and a federal court said, no, you have to. And she's currently appealing that decision. So, yeah, I understand it's not just the idea of religion they're attacking. It's people that go out of their way to make religion a thing that they talk about people that are using religion to say, I don't want to participate in society in this way, and that way. And you have to. We live in a society, guys. Did you know that?
Yeah. I mean, this stuff easily goes to things like vaccinations and whatever.
Exactly. There are certain opinions that don't apply to the First Amendment. It's not First Amendment applicable because it's not speech, and it's not the government telling you don't have to do, you can't do this, you can't do that. It's just you doing things that cause harm to yourself and other people. That's all I have for this week. Do you guys have anything else?
I mean, you had a whole bunch of stuff about Dragon Ball Z on this outline.
I did, and I can pretty much sum it up.
Dragon Ball Z?
I can summarize a bunch of it. 'Cause I should have included. So overall, Goku was the main figure of Dragon Ball Z, correct? But he never was successful in killing the main bad guy up until Boo, right? So they were just talking about on All Systems Goku about how Goku was never put over. He was never the guy. Like in wrestling, there's that term being put over, right?
Yep.
He was never put over as the main guy. He was always held back. It was Gohan kills Cell, Vegeta killed Raditz. Who else am I missing? Trunks killed Frieza, technically.
Wait, who killed Raditz?
Vegeta.
Piccolo.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm talking
Vegeta
about Raditz.
wasn't there for Raditz.
Nappa. No. Vegeta killed Nappa. Vegeta lifted him in the air, blew him up. I thought they blew up Raditz as well.
No, Piccolo's special beam cannon.
True. Okay. Trunks killed Frieza. Goku unknowingly let him go. He thought he was dead, right? He had no reason to think that.
I think he went over in that match, though.
Yeah.
Goku definitely posed because he turned Super Saiyan.
He did. True. So, I mean, the only person that Goku was made out to be the one person and the only person that could kill Boo, kill anybody was Boo during that whole saga. Separate question: how does a spirit ball work? What's the physics behind that? If I throw a giant beach ball at you, that's like giant sized, right? Mm-hmm. So it's going to hit you because you can't get around it. Is that the idea? Is he creates a ball of energy so big,
overwhelming ball of energy,
an overwhelming ball of energy,
suffocating,
just suffocates you. So if I throw a spirit bomb at you right now, it's going to blow out that wall or something. Where does the energy go?
I can blow it back to you.
If you have enough strength. But if it's big enough. No?
If I'm pure at heart.
Oh, true. The thing is, like, after the spirit bomb, like evaporates somebody, where's the ball go? Where's the ball just goes off?
The ball is concentrated into the mass of evil that it's attacking.
Gotcha. Okay.
It won't blow up the planet.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, where does the ball go? If you're pushing a ball of energy at your opponent, and then he evaporates, what happens?
There's also a level of control too.
Gotcha.
There's been times where they admitted, "Wow, this thing could destroy the whole planet," but like when Goku does like Kamehameha wave and just blows up, he's got enough energy to destroy the planet if he wanted to.
Yes,
but it's the control that he can be like, whoop, whoop, pshoo,
okay,
disappears.
Okay,
the spirit bomb directly attacks evil. I'm under the impression.
Okay, because to me it was just like this giant ball where he pushes it, and the idea is that, first of all, like that was my whole thing too, of like, you can't dodge it. It's just too big that you can't get around it, is the idea. Mm-hmm. Okay. Because it just seems like, Boo was super fast, and he had, he was like Jello. He couldn't like go around it, like split in two and go around it or over it or under it. Just something I was thinking about.
Well, I mean, plot armor.
Yeah, plot armor. Yeah.
Goku has it.
So. Yeah.
That's really how he lost, was just, I lost to a dude with plot armor.
Yeah, exactly. The wishes. He lost to the dragon. That was the thing they were talking about too, was like, they said the name of the show at the end of that. It was like, thank the Dragon Balls or something.
Yep.
You remember the Boo fight, right? Right, Andy?
A little bit.
Yeah. I was talking about watching GT with you and Alex on my jerk off machine. We were on my computer, and I downloaded like the Japanese versions of GT, and we were watching like Gogeta. Gogeta's fucking cool looking. He's just fucking cool looking with his fucking brown hair and like flowing down his shoulders. Super Saiyan. Coach, what? That's not a thing. Super Saiyan. That's not a thing yet. Probably
Saiyan
will be.
4.
Super. Yeah. Not really Gogeta. Well, Gogeta's pretty cool looking too, but
It's not SSG, it's SS4.
is it?
4.
Super Saiyan. Oh, Super
No
Saiyan.
G.
No G.
4.
I just thought there was a
You're looking
G.
up Super Saiyan God right now. That's why it's red.
Oh,
That's
gotcha,
Super Saiyan
gotcha.
4.
Well, yeah, but also just Goku was pretty cool looking. Yeah. Those fucking look at those pecs. What is it? What is this? It's like
Yeah.
fur around him. Is that
Yeah,
supposed to be
it's
fur?
fur. I did
Gotcha.
like that look.
That is a cool look, and Vegeta too.
Yeah.
The Super Saiyan 4 look is cool. I hope they bring that back because this is not technically canon, right?
No.
Broly wasn't canon, but they brought him back, right?
Yep.
So, seems like what they're doing is they're peppering in non-canonical elements of GT into
It'd
Super.
be pretty sweet if Broly had an arc.
That would be cool. He's a cool character. I remember
It's
the
very
movie.
simple.
Yeah,
Kakarot!
because he was crying the whole time, right?
Yeah.
The crying kept him awake. The movie was fucking awesome. The first movie with Broly, he kicked Goku in the dick. Like punched? No, he punched. Oh,
Killing you both! Big bang attack!
That's it! Killing you both!
big bang attack.
Why?
This
Why
not.
does he keep kicking
Oh.
me in the dick?
think I might have a way to beat it.
This is clearly a spoof.
I swear to God, I will kick you in the dick!
I guess
This is DBZ abridged.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, it should have. the thumbnail is Goku
Look up
getting hit.
Broly.
I did. Broly
Oh.
kicks Goku in dick.
Yeah, that totally wasn't.
That was from a movie. I don't know what movie that was.
Dude,
Expert.
Broly got ganked as a baby. Terrible.
Did he?
They tried to kill him. Stabbed him.
Oh, that was the thing in Super, right? That was his storyline of he got killed over and over again. No, where's that Doomsday?
That's Doomsday.
Yeah, keep Doomsday and Doomsday. Doomsday. Broly and Doomsday seem like similar characters where they're just.
Broly
brawlers.
doesn't have that stipulation where if he dies...
He comes back stronger.
Yeah.
Well, the Saiyans do.
Well, Saiyans do. But if Broly dies, he's dead. For the most part.
yeah, sure.
But Doomsday is born again as a child, grows up, can't be killed that way ever again. That's Bardock.
No, Bardock. I think Bardock was his father. In the dick. Straight in the fucking dick.
Janamba or something like
Janamba.
that. Yeah.
This is Janamba was that one with the jelly beans around him in the Dead Zone.
I don't know who that
And
is.
this has been Can I Say Something?
You brought up the Dragon Ball Z. You did this
did.
to yourself.
You went
Sorry,
down. You went
I just
down.
wanted I just wanted to point out that you had like 11 points on your outline at Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And you didn't talk about it at all.
You want
Many-
to hear a depressing trivia fact?
Yes.
With the recent news about Alex Trebek and
Mhm.
he has like a 20% 1 year survivability rate, and it's like goes down
Yeah, it's
to
pretty
7 for 5 years. The OG host of Jeopardy, Art Fleming, died of pancreatic cancer.
A lot of people die of
Oh,
pancreatic cancer, apparently.
But to have, it's like the OG host of Jeopardy, then to have the current host of Jeopardy, it is kind of a rare form of cancer. Well, I'm sure there's plenty of people that do. He said 50,000 people a year.
Steve Jobs, Alan Rickman, Patrick Swayze, Sid Barnett, Bill Hicks.
But
Joan
the
Crawford.
OG host of Jeopardy
Yeah.
died of it as well.
True.
It
True,
is just
true, true.
unfortunate and ironic.
Yes. True.
Damien was trying to point out that it's not rare by
No,
listing
well-
off a list.
50,000 people a year. That's
Yeah.
what Alex Trebek said.
Overall,
That's
Huh?
relatively pretty rare. The survivability rates are really bad, and it's
Yes.
an awful.
Way to go.
yeah, stomach cancer too. It's pretty bad. I heard.
Super painful.
Also,
Yeah,
for
stomach cancer is
a
bad.
lighthearted moment, I was in the car today. We were coming back from dinner, and they were throwing oldies on the radio. And I say oldies. I'm going to say this song, and you'd be like, "That's an old song," but it is. Who Let the Dogs Out?
Yeah, oldie but
Came
goodie.
on the radio,
Oldie but goodie.
and James heard it for the first time. And after the song was over, and we were getting out of the car, and he was like, Who let the dogs out, man?
Who did?
He was asking the question genuinely, like, who let the dogs out? Who actually let the dogs out?
Who
And I'm
did
like,
that?
that's a question as old as time. Nobody knows, son. Nobody knows.
And with that, this has been Can I Say Something? The podcast. Do you guys have anything else to add to the show this week?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Well then, with that, I have been Damien.
I've been your boy. And that's your boy, Andy.
Every time with the intro and the exit, you just can't nail it, can you? Take two. Take two. This has been Can I Say Something? The podcast. I am Damien.
Cut it.
Andy.
He threw his headset. We love you, Dark Conde. Good night.